How to overcome obstacles, transforming headaches to harmony. We have all been there. It's the last round of the match. Tired, sore, and exhausted, you look around and everyone is staring at you, asking the same question. Is this all you got? It's not an arrogant tone or pity. It's something different this time. It's the one that pushes us beyond our expected limits. All of a sudden, your willpower ignites and leaps you beyond doubts and fear. You realize that you won the fight against yourself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. That was how I felt when I broke the cycle of hardcore gaming after being held captive for the first 27 years of my life. There were days when I spent 15 hours non-stop in front of the computer. Little did I know there was a darkness creeping in. In a sudden flash, light wrapped around me and pierced through my soul. For the first time in years, I felt the warm embrace of being alive. I knew right then it was over. You may think hardcore gaming is not an adversity, but believe me, it's just a series of a problem like depression, alcoholism, or drug dependence. It just took a different form. The first step was accepting there is a problem. Unlike ex-girlfriends, we cannot hide from it. I'm not fat, I'm just big bone. Nice guys always finish last. It's not because I have no courage to ask that cute girl out. It's the government's fault I'm in this situation, not my choices. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. Mark Twain. When we accept that we have a problem instead of just pointing, whining, and complaining, we can then assess the situation in a more calm and collected manner. Yes, sometimes situations in our life may be unfair, but is thinking about the problem going to solve it compared to doing something about it? It's not our pleasures but our tribulations that define us, and that has been proven time and time again. Helen Keller was blind and deaf. Edison's 1,000 failed attempts of the light bulb. Or Odysseus' 10-year journey home. And we complain about minor traffic jams. We are at our best when we face our greatest monster. Fear. Fear of not being good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, or funny enough. It's the fear that chokes us out of the glory that we are destined to have from overcoming these obstacles. When we are out of our comfort zones, that's where real growth starts. Just like a fish thinking he's the best fish in the small pond until he enters the ocean, does he realize, oh boy, I have a lot of room for improvement. Let's do this. When the fish discovered his ego is his greatest weakness, it transformed him and became a propellant for personal development. We have the ability to do the same. Your draft thesis got labeled by your professor as garbage. Use it as a challenge to create something epic or worthwhile instead of thoughts about how your professor is a jerk or how he could have been less drastic. You got rejected by your crush. Stop whining how girls friend zone you all the time. Do something about it and ask her, what do you think I can improve on myself? It takes a big man to humble themselves to a lady. You didn't get that promotion you were aiming for? Maybe there are parts of the job you still have not mastered that will serve as foundation for the next rank up. Or use it as an opportunity to open new chapters in your life. It could be leading you to new opportunities. Going back to my gaming days, there was a silver lining to it. It gave me a set of skills that I'm able to apply into my personal development. The ability to dismantle a problem and see it as a puzzle rather than a monster. That was the silver lining of that vicious cycle. A life lesson so dearly paid and yet greatly valued. There is no good or bad without us. There is only perception. There is the event itself and the story we tell ourselves about what it means. Ryan Holiday from his book The Obstacle is the Way. Instead of being paralyzed by the obstacles, we can then transmute it into a learning experience, the way it was always intended to be. Once we are on this mindset, there's only one enemy left that stands in the way between your growth, and that's you. Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Eden when they ate from the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. So what do you think would happen if we stopped labeling things as something bad happening to us? Think about it. When we are fully awakened, there are no more good days or bad days, only gilded and enlightening days. Welcome back to the Garden of Eden. Welcome to Eternal Elysium.